Hopera Design didn't begin with a business plan. It began with a question. What if classical art could leave the museum and walk the streets? For its founder Davide, this idea turned into a mission to bring beauty, culture, and meaning back into people's life through what they wear. Born in Barcelona in 2023, Hopera Design blends timeless artworks with thoughtful design, offering pieces that spark emotion, curiosity, and conversation. When and how was Hopera Design born? What was the key moment that brought the brand to life?
Well, Opera Design was born in 2023, but honestly, it was in my mind since before. I've been working more than 10 years in the marketing department of fashion brands here in Barcelona. And I've always been in contact with visuals, creatives, and storytelling. This last one had me struggled a bit during my career. And one day, I was coming back from the office, coming back home, and was working into Poblenou, and I got lost into the layers of graffiti of the city. Barcelona lately is a breathing museum, open-air museum. And I got lost in this corner of the street that was filled by graffiti, and I thought there was something romantic in it. So I started thinking, what about if, and now more than ever, because now all the street art is starting to get into the museum. So why cannot classic art get out of it and get back to in the street of the cities? So that's when I started imagining it, and that was the first step. I started printing stickers and posters of this paint, this classic masterpiece, and pasting them all over the city. That was nice, but there was still something that was missing. There was still the same problem of before, so that they were stuck in the wall. Yeah. And my idea was another one, that classic art and that art could be around the city, in any corner, in any space like bars, cafes, school, university. So that's why I thought, that thanks to my background, I thought, well, that's fashion, that's when it hits me. And why? What if fashion could be the canvas of all these paints? What if fashion can be the instrument to bring all this art in a corner of the society where art has never been, and get to the new generation of people, of artists. So that's when Opera started. Because, well, I knew that the fashion world didn't need another brand, another logo. It needed something new, something with meaning, something that could teach and inspire people. So with this vision of bring back beauty to the street and bring back to the street the power of the creating of human being to the people, and make them aware of how powerful we are when we create. So that was the vision, and that's was when the idea really started, and Opera became a fashion brand.
Yeah, when it was born, actually.
Yeah.
And your motto is art to the people. What does bringing art to the people through fashion mean to you?
Yes, art to the people is our motto. It is the reason why Opera Design exists. We wanted to bring it back to the street of the city and to the people that created it, with the idea to inspire new generation of people and artists. When you wear an Opera Design t-shirt or hoodie, you are not just wearing a t-shirt or a hoodie, you are dressing and wearing a masterpiece. And we want you to be proud of it and get inspired with it. This is our mission too, and it is in our name too, opera. That means hope era, or era of hope. And with this idea, we have this hope to inspire with the past the new generation of people and artists, and maybe create a better future.
Oh, that's nice. And your t-shirts feature prints of famous paintings. How do you select these artworks? What criteria do you follow?
Yes, I see myself as a curator of a gallery. I first choose the message that I want to spread and I want to transmit, and then I start seeking and searching in the gallery and in the open source of the most famous museo around the world, and I start picking that paints that help me to translate and transmit my message to the people. What I do is not just pick the most famous or mainstream paints, but take the one that, yes, are famous. They are in the most famous museum in the world, and they inspired all the history of art that came after them. But in some ways, they are not the paints that you will find in the School of Arts of book. So we bring back to life these paints, and we try with each collection to tell a story. For instance, let me explain you some inspiration behind our collection.
Please.
Like the first collection we launched was Le Bon Ton, that was a tribute to George Barbier, a French artist of the beginning of the 19th centuries. He was the first one to mix art and fashion. He was an illustrator, and he was hired by Vogue to do the first magazine of Vogue. He was, as I said, the first one to mix art and fashion. He was creating illustration, and he was teaching to people how to and when to dress certain looks for certain events. So let's say he was the first one to use fashion, art to teach about fashion, and our first collection was a tribute of him because, well, we are doing what he started.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Then we have many more collections launched so far. One of these, like for example, is the Women, that it's a tribute of the role of women in the world of art during the history. Then we have the Zoo that talks about the importance of the pet even in the past, that they were the protagonist of this paint. And today still something like this. Then we have Too Young to Die, that talks about Moritz Young, an artist that died too young. He was 26 during the First World War. And in these 3 years of activity, he made a collection, an amazing collection of paint that if you watch it today, they look like just made. They are super contemporary, and they were made like 100 years ago. Then we have the Cosmos, that they are illustration of astronomical chart made by Sidney Halls in the beginning of the 19th centuries, and it's quite actual because, like most of my friends, they are more connected with the star and the cosmos than anything else.
Yeah, it's in the streets as well.
Then we just launched La Decoration Arabe, that it's inspired by all the Arabic arts. And then the last collection just launched is Tokyo Stories, that is a tribute to the cultural heritage of Japanese and kabuki tradition. as we see, every collection tells a story. But opera is not just wearable art. It's an experience. It's a journey between the beauty of the times and the message that they still transmit to us.
It sounds super interesting. And do you believe that wearing art can be a personal form of expression? What reaction do you hope to provoke in someone like wearing opera?
Yeah, definitely. Fashion already is, but wearing art is, let's say, it's a silent a way of expression, because the simple fact that you are wearing art, it's already saying something, and depending on which paints you are wearing, you are saying
Even more?
even more, and different things. I guess that it's wearing art when you walk into the city with a jumper or an hoodie or a t-shirt with a masterpiece in your back on your chest. You are bringing this art from a museum around the world. You're spreading this power and this creativity. And it for sure helps or makes you feel in some way and make people see you in a way. So definitely it's a way of expression. A lot of time while I'm working with opera clothing outfit on me, like a lot of people stop me and say, what are you wearing? It's not I'm wearing opera. I'm not wearing a brand. I'm wearing for example, a Gauguin in the wave from 1889 that has been done 100 years before I was born. So that's just switched the conversation instantly, and it became more interesting, more curious, more inspiring, and that's the essence of opera, and try to inspire people.
And to bring up this conversation, right?
Definitely, and make you more interesting and the place, and maybe even the place around you.
Yeah, of course. And your business model is on demand, and you use 100% organic cotton. Why did you choose this combination, and how does it align with your vision of sustainability?
Yes, we produce, all we produce is on demand. We are trying to slow down in these fast times. We believe that, yes, there is a waiting. We will not receive the order in one day, but in 1 week. But we trying to push not a purchase for rush, but because you want it, and just when you want it, we produce it for you. I know that people want things quickly, but I guess that this waiting create value. We also produce all our collection are made 100% in organic cotton. We think that there is a better way, a more sustainable way to create. I know that in fashion it's tough for big companies to restructure their structure and contact with providers, but I guess that like brand like Opera that they are starting now, they have like the mission to start in the good way. We know that like the waiting time can be sometimes a problem, but we give it back to our clients something else, like as a prize for their passions. With each order and each items, we always give to our clients also the paint, high quality canvas.
Oh, that's nice.
With the same paint that you have on your t-shirt or on your hoodie. So the idea is that at one point you will build your collection in your wardrobe, but also a collection hanging on the wall.
Super nice. So thank you so much, Davide, for having you here. It's been a super artsy and fashionable conversation, and it's super nice to get to know Hopera Design. So thank you.
Thank you to you. Pleasure.
With a slow, on-demand creation and a model that celebrates both individuality and sustainability, Hopera Designs offers a new way forward, one that's built not just on what we wear, but on what we stand for. It's not just about dressing up, it's about showing up, with intention, curiosity, and a little more beauty in daily life.